Dear respected farmers, this is Fu, pharmacist of Fountain Animal Pharmaceuticals. Today, I would like to talk what can we farmers do when we are facing animal disease. First, keep daily observation. Better using a notebook to record all daily details such as food intake, water intake, body movements, even changing of weather in your farm, etc. Second, make 2 judgments. 1. Is this onset an individual case or it is a case in group? 2. Does disease affect food and water intake of your animal? Does it affect their spirit? Third, check temperature on time. The temperature is rectum temperature. If the temperature is not high, don't worry too much. If a little high, then common infectious disease, like getting cold. If the temperature is very high, usually severe infectious disease are suggested. So, what you will do against these 3 situations? First, in case the disease or abnormality does not affect animals eating and drinking, their spirit remains okay. It doesn't matter if you handle it or not handle it. You can continue to observe because such disease do not cause an overall metabolic disorder. Second, your animal eats and drinks less. The temperature is high but not very. No other obvious symptoms. In this situation, I think no need to be hurried to let your animal eat too much. You can use some broad-spectrum antibiotics. You can use some medicine to improve their digestive function, like compound vitamin B, and continue to observe. Maybe your animal will recover. If not, typical symptom may come later. Then it is easier for you to make diagnosis. Third, if there is typical symptoms along with high temperature, what's more, there are many animals in your farm got the same disease. You must be alert under this situation and actively seek confirmation of diagnosis and put the relevant specific treatment in place. Because high temperature implies infectious disease. Sometimes it may be severe infectious disease. You need to isolate your sick animal. If the isolation is impractical in your farm, at least you must do disinfection seriously every day. In case there is no obvious typical symptoms, sometimes such things can only be discovered until anatomy. Even you invite a vet doctor coming, he cannot tell you accurately. He can only make a guess without typical symptom, right? Just like we human being, when we go to see a doctor, we would give all details to our doctor. Does your doctor tell what disease you are? No, right? Whatever you have talked, no matter how much you have talked, your doctor will issue you the bills for you to pay, and you are required to undergo a series of tests, like ultrasound scan, even CT, then your doctor tell you what disease you are, right? Furthermore, your doctor focuses on the function of your organ. If you feel uncomfortable without fever, without vomiting, this is an individual case. This is not our focus in our farm, because individual disease does not affect the whole herd. In the farm, what we focus is disease in group, is pandemic. So when your animal got high fever without other characteristic features, we don't have too much good method, really. But we can try some medicines like anti-fever, if there is fever, antibiotics, anti-inflammatory. If your animal recovered by this, then give 1 or 2 more doses to enhance the effect. If not, continue to observe and think. Later, typical symptom may show up. If there is casualty, then you can do autopsy to see what is findings after post-mortem. So it is important to conduct symptomatic approach. I have a video to talk about this in particularly. You can follow my Facebook page or YouTube channel if you are interested. For example, if the nose of your goat is blocked, no much ventilation, spray it with salty water or wash it with salty water, and you can drip a few drops like some penicillin, some dexamethasone. If their eye cannot open, wash it with salty water, drip some eye drop, or put some eye ointments. Don't think too much. If the cattle has bloat, then deflate with oil like egg oil or vegetable oil. If there is constipation, you can give large dose of artificial salt orally or paraffin. Even you can put soap salts into eggs. If the quality of eggshell of your bird is not good, you can give cold neva oil to improve absorption of calcium. If the flu of Lucia cannot be stopped, inject oxytocin, and you can put some antibiotics inside uterus. If your lamb is paralyzed, whatever reason, you can inject calcium colloidal or cellulite vitamin E. Even your animal are not in lack of these elements. There's no harm by several doses of such injection, right? Symptomatic treatment means we may not know the course of disease from the beginning, but we can deal with the symptom. This will not waste our treatment time, but we gain the time by this to look the course gradually. If we find the cause, of course, it is better we deal with the cause and the symptom simultaneously. This is my personal approach when we facing animal disease. For your reference, pay attention to Phantom Animal Pharmaceuticals, enjoying an easy farming.